have any questions, feel free to unmute or put your questions in the chat box. And then again, just recording as usual. Don't worry, you guys will never show up on the screen. And we're just going to get started with our warm-up. Got some music going. And let's go ahead. Stand it on up. We're going to start with that squat to toe touch. So feet outside of our hips. We're going to bend it over into that hamstring stretch, keeping those legs nice and straight as we feel that pull in the back of your legs. And we're going to go ahead, bend those legs, bringing your butt down low into our nice deep squat. Hands are coming up. We're using our elbows to push those knees out, opening up our hips. And then let's go ahead, place those hands back down, extend the legs, bring the butt and the hips back on up. One last time, stretching out those hamstrings. And then let's go ahead, bring it down nice and low. One last time, bring those hands up, push those knees out, use those elbows to help you for another 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go ahead, stand it on up. We're gonna turn those toes 45 degrees. We're gonna bring it down into a slight sumo squat, leaning forward slightly. We're just going to bring those arms out into some squeezes or some swings, squeezing those shoulder blades back. Just warming up the shoulders, getting our back ready for some of our back movements today. We got 10 more seconds before we stand it up, and we're gonna come into a reverse lunge to that knee hug. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. We stand it up, bring those feet together. We're gonna step it back, reverse lunge. Take that same knee up, hug it in nice and tight, and then switching sides. Just slowly alternating, finding that balance, and again, that back should be staying nice and upright. If you need to hold onto a wall or chair, you're more than welcome to do so. But again, you can just take it as nice and slow as you need to. Find that balance, and that back foot should be coming back hip width apart. You are not on that tight rope. We have 3, 2, 1. We're gonna come to the edge of our workspace. We're gonna inchworm it out. Then we're gonna come to our downward dog, upside down V, pushing the knee or pushing the hips and the butt into the air. And then of course, standing it all the way up, arms reach all the way overhead before you bring it back down to repeat. Reaching those arms all the way overhead, nice long stretch, making yourself as tall as you can. We're gonna inchworm it out one last time. Get that downward dog, and then we're gonna hold this plank in 3, 2, 1. From here, shoulder tap. Bring those hands up to that opposite shoulder. Try not to let those hips swing. Keep those feet nice and wide, hip width apart. If you need to, or if you want to, you can always take it down to your knees and modify. Again, this is just the warm up, so you do not have to go all out. And making sure as you're in that plank, you want the weight on those hands to be more on the outer side of those hands. We have 5 seconds. We're gonna drop it down, quadruped, dropping those knees in 3, 2, 1. Slowly drop those knees, bring those hands in under those shoulders. Bird dogs. We're gonna do left arm, right leg. We're just gonna stick with this side. Left arm, right leg, slowly extending in and out. We're gonna do 1 set on each side, and then we're gonna move into our core, which will be 3 moves, done twice, 20 seconds each, with no breaks. We're getting ready to switch sides on this bird dog in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides, right arm, left leg, extending out as far as you can, but not to the point where that back begins to arch. So that spine should stay neutral. Extend it out as far as you can. Again, this is another balance movement, so just finding that timing, that pace that works for you. We have 15 seconds, and then we're gonna move into that core AMRAP. We're gonna grab that 1 dumbbell And we're gonna start with an overhead butterfly sit-up, 20 seconds for each move. They're gonna be 3 moves and we're gonna have no breaks. Let's go ahead and relax. I'm giving you 20 seconds here as we get situated into our core. Feet are together, knees are open. We're gonna have our hands by our chest. As we sit up, we then come into that overhead press. So when you are ready, we are going in 3, 2, 1. Sit it up, then bring the arms overhead. Bring it back down, slowly lay back down. Our first round, I'll give you 10 seconds of rest just so that we get used to the movement. And then in that next round, there will be no breaks. It'll just be a minute of work. We have 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead, turn it over. We're coming back into plank position. Dumbbell is gonna be by that hip side, and we have plank pull-through. Grabbing that dumbbell, bringing it over to that other hip. So when you're ready, go ahead, meet me when you're ready. Just slowly dragging dumbbell side to side. We have another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. Our last move before we start over these 3, laying on our back, legs in the air, toe touch to that leg drop. Working our entire core now. Let's go ahead, get started in 3, 2, and 1. Legs are up. Reach those hands up, shoulders coming off. Push that belly button down as you slowly lower those legs. And only lower those legs as far as you can, either before they touch the ground, before that back begins to arch, whichever comes first. That back starts to arch, just don't lower it down as far. We have 3, 2, and 1. Here it is, our last round. No breaks this time, so 60 seconds of straight work. We get 20 seconds each. And we are into that butterfly sit-up. So feet together, knees open. We have 3, 2, 1. Sit it up. Bring that arm overhead. We're also warming up our shoulders along with our core. 10 more seconds when we turn it over. Straight into that plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick transition, turn it over. Hands and feet, pull that dumbbell or whatever weight you might be using across the hip, going side to side. Once again, not letting those hips sway. We have 5 seconds. We turn it over, toe touch to leg drop in 3, 2, and 1. Let's turn it over. Legs in the air, nice and straight. Reach those hands up, then push that belly button in and lower those legs as far as you can, without that back arching. 3, 2, and 1. We get to relax. Now here it is, a minute of rest before we move into our full body circuit. We only have 2 circuits today. This 12-minute full body circuit, 4 moves. Upper body or lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body. That's how it's gonna be. We're gonna alternate 4 moves, 3 sets, and then we finish with a 10-minute EMOM. It's all full body today. We're gonna grab both of those weights if you have them. Our first move, we can keep, you got 2 options. You can either let those arms hang. This will be a little bit easier. Reverse lunge, we come up to that curtsy lunge, and then you just switch sides. Reverse to that curtsy. Or if you want to activate your core a little bit more, you can rack the weights up, but again, making sure that your elbow stays in line with your shoulder. Either way, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Step it back, bring it up, and then curtsy. Switch sides, we come back, and then we curtsy. Or if you want to rack it up, you can rack it up, but you're keeping those elbows in line with our shoulders. Or if you have two weights and they're both too heavy, you can always just grab one, hold it goblet style. Back, and then reverse. You have 5 seconds. Then we switch to that upper body. Let's go ahead and relax. Once again, needing both weights. We have a row to a reverse fly. So when you're in that fly, your arm should be slightly bent, not fully extended. You're going to row back and then fly it out. We go in 3, 2, 1, bring it back. Each time, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And you should be looking down at the ground about a foot in front of you. Do not look up. Don't worry, I'll let you guys know when the time is done. We got 20 seconds. This first round, 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. Each round, we're gonna increase the work by 5 seconds and decrease the rest by 5. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, our backs are feeling good. Now we have our sumo squat, 45 degrees outside of our hips. You can either do both weights in front, or you can just hold on to one weight. We're gonna do 1.5 reps, which means one full rep. Then you come up halfway, back down, then you fully extend. So we're going in 3, 2, 1. We come down for a full one. Come up half, back down, back up. And do not let those legs fully lock out, not even when you come up. When you come up, they should still be slightly bent. Full, half, up. So it's almost like you're doing one full one and then a pull. Again, you can hold on to 1, you can hold on to 2, just depends what kind of weights you have. 3, 2, and 1. Here we come into our last move, our hammer curl. So wrist should be facing in towards your thigh. You're gonna curl it up, bring it overhead, drop it back, while all keeping those elbows as close to your side as possible. We have 3, 2, 1. So curl up with me. Press, and then slowly bring those hands behind. Back up. Drop it down, curl it down. So curl in, up, and then back. Do not let that back arch. Nice bob, nice melly. We have just over 10 seconds, then we start round 2. Three, 2, 1. Here it is. Now we increase the work by 5 and decrease the rest by 5. So now it's 40 and 20. You're starting back with that reverse lunge to that curtsy. And again, curtsy and reverse, hips are always forward. You're not rotating. We are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. And again, move at your own pace. Find that balance. If you want to, again, add a little bit more core activation, bring those weights up. If your weights are too heavy holding both, just take one and do a goblet style. Stepping back, then curtsying over. We have 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We got 20 seconds. That's still plenty of time. So if you need some water, grab it now. And then we're going to come into that row to that fly. And again, eyes should be looking about a foot in front of you. We're going to go ahead, bend those knees, hinge it over. 3, 2, 1. Row it back. Fly it out. Squeezing those shoulder blades back. Each time. With the row, those elbows stay right by your side. You're just bringing them back. And then into that fly, there should be a slight bend in those arms. We have 15 seconds. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Now we are back. Lower body, 1.5 reps. Sumo squat. Feet are outside of the hips. The toes are pointed 45 degrees. You either have 2 weights or you can have 1 weight. We're going in 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Then halfway up, back down, all the way up, but don't lock those knees all the way out. Stop right before they lock out. Pushing that butt back, trying to keep the knee in line with those toes. Don't let that knee cave in. We have 10 seconds. You guys are doing amazing. Single digits, just 5 more to go. 3, 2, and 1. Take those legs on out, and then we're getting ready. Both weights up. If you dropped one, we're gonna curl. Again, your wrist should be pointing in towards your thighs. You're keeping your elbow by your side, just lifting up your forearm in 3, 2, 1. Bring those forearms, hands up to your shoulders. Press it up, then slowly bring it back. Again, keep the ears or keep the elbows by your ears. Don't let them flare out. You want them nice and close. Really to feel those triceps working. So the triceps work in the back of those arms with that hammer curl. Brachialis in those biceps. You have 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, shake it on out. Our last 20 seconds set. And then here it is, our third and final round. And now we kick it up 1 more notch. 45 seconds of work. Reverse lunge in 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Bring it to that curtsy. Hips are still staying forward. Should not be a huge step across. And again, that back is staying nice and straight. Your gaze is looking forward. Push through your feet. Become nice and stable. You want it in the balls of your foot and in the heel. That is where your weight should be distributed. We have 10 seconds, our last set doing this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! We are back to upper body, back time. Again, our last set. Let's go ahead. Light bend in those knees. Hinge it over. 2, 1. We row. We fly. Squeezing those shoulder blades back with each movement. Try not to grip onto your weight too strongly. You're just gonna waste some forearm energy. So have a nice loose grip. Just pulling those arms up and then flying them out. Try not to use momentum to help you up. You're keeping everything still. It's just those arms that are moving. Single digits. We have 7 seconds. Give me at least 1 more full rep with 3, 2, and 1. Woo! 1.5 sumo squat. Outside of our hips, 45 degrees. 1 or 2, whatever you want. Let's go ahead. Bring it down full. Then up half, back down, back up. And again, we're not locking it out. We stop right before that. We want to keep our muscles under tension the entire time. That's it. Your last set of these. Try to keep that upright, or your chest upright. try to keep that gaze forward, your shoulder blades squeeze back. We have 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Here it is, our last move, and then we get a minute and a half. That's 90 seconds to recover. So we are going all out, non-stop for 3, 2, 1. Curl it up, press it over, bring it back. Don't let those elbows flare. Up, over, back. And do not let that back arch. Try to keep it nice and neutral. And by arching, I mean don't have that butt out. Tuck it underneath of you. Nice little pelvic tilt. We're already halfway. Whew. That minute and a half is coming. So keep it moving. Don't stop yet. Just 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, a minute and a half. Go ahead, shake it out, grab some water, do your little dance, whatever you got to get ready for our 10-minute EMOM. And these moves, I promise you, you'll feel it. They're both full body moves. Let me get my sip of water and then I'll explain. So our first move, Romanian deadlift thrusters. Second move, man makers. So for these odd minutes, you're going to do a Romanian deadlift, bringing it down mid-shin. Bring the weight over your shoulders, squat it down, overhead press. So deadlift, squat, press. That is the first minute. Then the even minute, man makers. We are on the ground, one row on each side to a push-up, and then we're jumping in, and we're just gonna stand up, then we come back down, and if you need to, take it to your knees. So for our deadlift to thruster, that's the first one we're gonna do. We're gonna aim for 5, and John, when you're done, give me a sign, one of the emojis, whatever you're feeling. For the rest of you guys, I will see you. I will be cheering you on. We got 10 seconds. We're going for 5. Feet should be hip width apart. Slight bend. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Bring it up. Squat overhead. And again, EMOMs every minute on the minute. This minute is both your work and your rest time. So you want to move fast enough that you give yourself enough time to rest, but not too fast that you burn out. We have 35 seconds, so keep working to that 5, and then when you're done, you get to rest. I see you, John, awesome work. We got 30 seconds left. Our second move, I'll show it for you one more time. Row in that plank position, to that push-up, to that jump, to that stand, or you can step it in, you don't have to jump. And for that, we're only gonna aim for 4 of them. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we row. Then we get that push-up, and you modify wherever you need to. Stand it up, then you just jump it back. If you need to modify the rows, modify the rows. If you need to modify the push-ups, modify the push-ups. If you need to modify both, do so. And if you gotta modify that jump, just step it in. Woo! Again, we're just aiming for 4. This one's a little bit tougher, so we're not gonna have to do as many. And when you're ready, again, give me that thumbs up, that A-okay, however you're feeling. I see you, Bob, nice work. And then from here, we're gonna move back to that Romanian deadlift, to that thruster. We're gonna stick with 5. We're gonna go in 10 seconds. So making sure you're ready. Woo! We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here it is. We're going for 5. RDL to that thruster. You can count of your own reps, moving as fast or slow. We still have 36 seconds. So if you're working, no problem. Woo! You guys are doing great. Keep it up, Melly. Keep it up, Bob. Nice work, John. We got 24 seconds. So keep it moving. You only have to do 5 of those. And then we're gonna move back to those man makers. I see you, Bob. Nice work, nice work. Okay, we're getting ready for those man makers. We're gonna do 4 again. Try to aim for 4. We're on the ground in that plank, going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We row. We do a push-up. We jump or we step it in. And if you need to modify any of these, then just do 3 reps. Aim for 3. If you need to modify, and if you need that time saver. About 35 seconds. Keep it moving again. Only 4. That's all you gotta do. Woo. And then when you're done, we still have 20 seconds. So if you're still working, no problem. We have 2 rounds of each down. 3 more to go. Nice, Bob. Nice, Nelly. Nice, John. We're getting ready. This is RDL thrusters. We're going to try to aim for 6. Let's go for 6. We're going to start. Let's pick those weights up. Again, legs should already be slightly bent, never locked out. We have 3. We have 2. We have 1. And let's go. We're trying to go for 6. And if you have multiple weights at home, you don't necessarily want to do the heaviest weight, since this is a little bit of that cardio, a little bit more of trying to aim faster. If you're feeling kind of fatigued, that's okay. Just aim for those 5. I'm just giving you something to work towards. Woo, 25 seconds. Depending how good you're feeling, you're either going for 5 or 6, and then you're gonna bring it to the floor for our man makers. And for our man makers, we're gonna drop it down to 3 now. Only 3, since we brought up those RDLs. I'm just gonna do 3 man makers. That's 3 rows, 3 push-ups. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Row it up. Again, just aiming for 3. Step or jump those feet in. Whatever works for you. We have 40 seconds, plenty of time. And then when you're done, still 30 seconds to go. Whew. You keep it moving. If you finish 24 seconds, Bob, maybe you grab that quick sip of water, maybe you get a little breather, because we're coming back to that RDL, and we're gonna stick with the 6. So we're aiming for that 6. Unless you did not get 15 seconds of rest, then stick with the 5. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. RDL, to that squat, to that thrust. Hitting every major muscle group with just these 2 movements. That's how we're gonna finish it. Aim for those 6. Keep your breathing in check. Try not to go too fast, but again, you don't want to go too slow either. We still have 25 seconds, so if you're still working, no worries. If you're done, you're getting ready for those man makers. Once again, we're sticking with 3. We have 15 seconds. Nice, Bob. Keep it up, Nelly. We're coming on the ground. 3 man makers. Woo! We got a little break. We have 10 more seconds. And then we're going to get into those rows, those push-ups. And then we stand it up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's work. Row, row, push-up, and then stomp, step, or jump, and you stand it on up. Again, just 3. That's what you're aiming for. And then when you're done, we have 33 seconds. No worries if you're still working. Woo! 25 to go. Nice, Bob. We're gonna stand it back up. I think we're gonna stick with the 6 and the 3 to finish it on out. So 6 Romanian deadlift thrusters, and then one more of each. We have 2 minutes left, and then we are done, my friends. Woo! Here we go. 6 Romanian deadlift thrusters in 3, 2, and 1. Let's row. Let's squat. Let's thrust. And again, you're pushing that butt back in both the deadlift, in both the squat. We have 30 seconds remaining. Keep it up, 27 seconds. That was the last time we did those thrusters, and then this will be the last time that we do those man makers. So keep it going, 15 seconds. If you're done, we're on the floor. Here it is, just 3 rows, 3 push-ups, 3 of those jumper step-ins. And then of course, there's no such thing as finishing early in my class. So if you finish early, we are welcome to the plank party. So here we go. Our last minute, 3 reps going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's row. Get that push-up in. Again, if you need to modify it, that is okay. We are working on progress, not perfection. We all have to start somewhere. Not to mention, we're working our butts off, so we are definitely tired and fatigued. So it is okay to modify if that form is failing a little bit. We have 34 seconds to go. If you're still working, you are joining me in that plank party. Whatever plank you want, high plank, low plank, side plank, 1 foot up, 1 hand up, does not matter to me. Modified, whatever you want to do. We only have 15 seconds left. I just ask that you keep that good form. No butts in the air, nice straight back. Nice, Bob, I see that side plank. We have 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, woo! And relax. Oh my goodness, isn't it lovely to have me back? We have time to cool down now as we get ready to get into our cool down. You grab that water if you need it, towel off, and then whenever you're ready, you're meeting me in our nice and lovely child's pose, seated on our heels, chin to chest, reaching those fingertips nice and long, unlocking our lower back, slowly bringing down our heart rate nice and gradually. Nice deep inhales through the nose, nice slow exhales out through the mouth. We're gonna go ahead, inhale 1 more time. And then with our next exhale, let's go ahead, walk those hands over to the left, bringing that right arm as far as you can. Nice stretch in our right upper back. One more nice deep breath. And then out. And then with that inhale, we come to center. And with that exhale, we take it over to the left or to the right, reaching that left hand as far as you can. And then from here, let's inhale it back to center. We're gonna come into our cobra. So with our inhale, we push our hips forward, extending those legs. Exhale, we push through those palms. Toes are uncurled. Nice deep stretch through our abdominal region with a nice deep inhale through the nose. And then as we exhale, slowly bending those arms, bringing our chest to the floor. We're gonna extend that right arm out, pushing off that left hand. We roll onto our right shoulder, our right hip. We bring our left foot behind the right, and we just stretch out our shoulders. A lot of push-ups, a lot of presses today. We have 3, 2, and 1. Roll it back onto the stomach, extend out that left arm, bring in the right, push off, rolling onto our left side. Bring that right leg behind the left. And then let's go ahead, bring it back onto our stomach, laying nice and flat. We're gonna kick that right ankle up, reach for it with our right hand. Push your hips or push your pelvis into the ground, squeeze those glutes. It'll give you a little deeper of that quad stretch. And then let's go ahead, switching sides. Pick that left leg up. We have just under a minute to go, so in case I cut off, thank you so much for joining me. It's good to be back. I'll be here tomorrow, triple threat, 12:15. Let's go ahead, release that left leg, pushing up and back into that downward dog. We're gonna pedal out those heels for just a little bit. And then when you're ready, slowly walk those hands back to your feet. Nice deep hamstring stretch. You've stretched out all those major muscle groups now. So when you're ready, you can roll it on up. Nice and slow again. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys did amazing. It was lovely to be back. Lovely to see all of you guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys later this week. I'll be here Tuesday and Thursday.